Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Last week, there were only a couple of buildings here. What happened to Figsdale? It's grown. Hello, everybody. This is Drmcbrick, and look, we have roads, and of course, they're this signature blacktop asphalt roads that I have in my city, and I've always had in my city. We've got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. Look at all these roads. Anyway, additions to Figsdale, and we even have started on the beach and everything. So it has been a heck of a week, and I'll tell you what, it has been a great weekend. What happened was I had posted the update last time, and you know, I'm getting tired, and my neck and everything is stiff from my surgery and stuff. So bending down to get these this stuff down here is really tough. So Adrian heard that, and you know what? He decided to help out, and he was like, you know what? Let me help you out. And he came over here and we started talking. And of course, I wanted a Boulevard right there. He really liked that idea. We decided to go against the Lego roads. And like I've said before, the reason I decided that is, one, I think the black roads look really cool, especially when you add the yellow lines in and things like this nature. But I also don't like the fact that the Lego roads are smaller. And so, in other words, when we had the Lego roads, if you remember, and I'll try to flash a picture up top, maybe if you can see it. If you remember, when we started out, these two modulars move so close together that what happens is you just have a huge tunnel. And I'm not a big fan of tunnels. I'm not a big city type of person, although I've lived in big cities, Cleveland, Detroit, all that sort of things, but I don't like tunnels. I like to have green space. And, being a communication professor, I know that having green space and white space on your paper and having green space in your cities and all that kind of stuff makes a huge psychological difference with the way people view things. And so having a tunnel, there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, in a sense, but I like the fact that you can break this up with the nice planters in the middle. We've put that iconic Statue of Liberty down there from the original Figsdale and things like that. And this boulevard kind of just goes all the way up. Now, to give you an idea of how I built the boulevard, just let me start out here by going down here, and it's really simple. The one thing without having Mills plates or the roads that Lego produces, and by the way, let me stop there. In terms of Mills plates, one of the things that hey, look at that. What's up, Doc? It looks like Homer. First of all, I get so, I see a squirrel, I get sidetracked here. Sorry about that. I'm just noticing all the stuff here. Homer is jamming in his car, and there we have a Smithers and Mr. Burns coming out of the apartment. Anyway, but let me talk about Mills plates real fast. The reason we use just these base plates is, one, if I wanted to redo them, I'd have to start from scratch, and I'd have to put every single one of these modulars up onto a Mills plate. And to be honest, that would be a pain in the butt. And so I'm not going to do that, and I don't have the time. I don't have really the energy and the bandwidth nowadays. But one of the things that I do, I do like about Mills plates is that they provide some depth, and the new road plates provide depth. And so even though I don't have curbs on this road, and that was one of my intentions, I've decided not to do it because I don't do lights in my city, so I don't need to have my modulars built on top of something so I can string lights under the roads and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not going to do lights. I don't have the bandwidth for that now that I've had my surgery and stuff. I get very frustrated with that. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. What the heck? Well, last week we had the two hot dog stands set up right next to each other, and it looks like the hot noodle dog guy has just beat up the sausage guy, and and the Tasmanian Devils running off with the hot dogs. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope the police come and get that fracas all set up. And then it looks like the gold is finally going where it's supposed to go, from the brick bank into the brick bank truck and being delivered in there. There's some staging right there for the construction equipment. Now remember, I'm still having problems finding the roofs in the bins. So some of my roofs are on, some of them aren't, that sort of thing, but they're all there. And whoa, speaking of roofs, what is up here? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out, but on top of the police station and the Donut Mug Me Cafe down there, something's happening there. I'm not sure what. And anyway, so and I don't have a roof. I couldn't find my roof for the cinema, but the idea is that the cinema is really, really cool on this corner. That was Adrian's idea. And then this here is kind of like where you have your hotel. We'll come down here. We'll see this. One of the things that Adrian and I decided on was to build I have two of these hotels. Shh, don't tell Mrs. McBrick. I have two of these hotels. Adrian built this one, and then I'm going to do a mirror build and basically build it so that this tower is over here, and so that it's actually a pretty decent sized hotel. Now, I'm sure I'm not the first. I know I'm not the first one to do that, but I think it's going to look good. And Adrian and I decided that that would look good on this base plate here. But hey, why I have the roof off of the theater? Let's see if there's anybody in there watching movies. Yeah, it looks like, oops, my finger. Sorry about that. It looks like Luke Skywalker and the Stormtrooper are watching the movie. I wonder what movie they're watching. Oh, that explains it right there. It looks like that Stormtrooper is gassing up his smart car, and he's trying to get over to the movie real fast, evidently. But something's wrong. He might have to take it to the repair shop. Now, when we did the Boulevard here, one of the things that we did, which I thought was really cool, it was a great idea of Adrian's, was he said, you know what? If we have a boulevard here, why don't we make an alleyway right in here? And that alleyway can go to the beach and go behind these buildings. And behind the buildings, we can have a parking lot for patrons of the beach and of the buildings and everything like that. And so what we did was build a parking lot. And sure enough, there you go. There's the alleyway goes all the way up. You can see some people coming in. There's a car show going on right now. We even put some speed bumps on that road, kind of as a homage to the Lego roads. But if it's a back alley, chances are it's going to have speed bumps on it, especially if it's a parking lot. And it looks like we have some of the famous racers there with their race cars lined up, getting ready to do some burnouts. And we have Speedy Gonzalez there too. It looks like he's in the race as well. So that actually turned out really nice. And so what we're going to do here is, as you can see, we made the sidewalk and the crosswalk. And then the beach starts. And that's where we have the bait store, the fishing store, the old fishing store, whatever the heck people call it nowadays. That's what it is right there. And it is on the beach. Now, we are going to pretend that this, just like we did in the old days, is all water, because I need to be able to get through there, right? To get to this, to get in here and to work and stuff. But the great thing about this beach area is that, and by the way, if you want to drown your sorrows and you just want to go and look at the water and the waves coming in, yeah. Anyway, the beach area here comes apart. So this table here actually moves apart and slides over there so that we can get back here and we can work on our stuff. So all we have to do to take this table and actually slide the table down is, you can see Adrian's taking off just key little pieces there. And of course, we're going to do a lot of detail around it and everything. But once these little pieces are taken off, then this entire table right here slides down, and we can use this to get in here. And I got the iPad, sorry. We can use this to get in here and work on that area there. So it's gonna, yeah, see, look at that. Boy, yeah, you did a nice job, buddy, of getting that all taken apart and stuff. So yeah, so it all slides out, and then the table comes out, and we're able to move the table down, and we're able to get in there and work on details and stuff like that. Okay, so far we have this on the beach. Now we don't have much, and let me give you an idea of what we're going to do. What we're going to do here is I'm going to need to move this volleyball net back because it's too close here. Because if somebody was, let's take Mrs. Krebapel here. If she were jumping for a ball, boom, and then she's dead. We don't want that to happen, do we? We'll just have her sit there and Just have some Buzz Cola or Duff beer or whatever she's doing. Anyway, so we have this sidewalk here. Now I have to make some steps over here. And then this is repurposed from the old Six Figs Park, remember? And we're just going to keep that there just as a nice kind of little observation deck. So people can kind of go from the sidewalk, walk onto this, go back out into the street. Now you notice something about the street? Yes, we have the concrete barriers. So this street all the way up here is barriered off with these 3 concrete barriers on each side. And the reason we have that, and what we're going to do in terms of the storyline for the city, is those are just kind of like the ones they have in the White House and in various parking lots that actually go under the asphalt if you need to use that road. And so when there are carnivals and things like that, these 3 barriers, or these 6 barriers on each side, are going to be up. And when it's used as a road, they're going to be down into the ground. And so we'll just, obviously being Lego, we'll just snap them off and they'll be down into the ground and you can use this road. Now look at this. And there's Flanders. Heidi-ho, Flanders! Coming out of the bowling alley. Now this is the bowling alley. We put the sign way up on top because we thought that as you look back, it's it presents a nice sign and stuff. But that bowling alley just goes so well with that diner. And just look how well it fits together and just looks like 50s heaven, if you ask me. Total eye candy. And so we put the road in front of it again with the barriers because we plan on having festivals and carnivals and things like that on there. And then, of course, the alleyway on this side is a one-way. We have one-way street signs. We're going to be adding a lot more street signs to this Figsdale. You come around here, and of course, you have to have a Quickie Mart, a bodega, whatever you want to call it, right here next to the beach. And we have the shrimp shack. Now, I don't have the roof. It's stuck in a bin somewhere. I will find it. But basically what I had done, I still have to build some steps down here because they can't step up that high. But anyway, the shrimp shack is here on the beach, as it should be. We have the sign that can rotate based on how many people are where and all that kind of stuff. Right now we have it here so that way they're kind of directly competing with the diner. But this is a mock this is a mock-up of the shrimp shack. I used the shrimp shack from the hidden side, and I also modified it. And you can go on my channel and check out that mock and see all of the great goodness I made because I extended the cooking area back into the shack. Now, we have the iconic slide that was in the first Figsdale, and of course I could not put it in this Figsdale. So there it is. It's closed off at the moment. Oh, and we have Ariel, it looks like, and the sea monster. Huh. Wow, well, I guess they're talking, and I guess what they say about under the sea is true. What the heck is going on over here? Oh my gosh, it's the aliens, and Apu is trying to get the aliens out of his vegetables. Come on, Apu, get those aliens out of the vegetables. Jeez, oh Pete, they're stealing carrots and all kinds of stuff. Now down here, of course, we have a gentleman coming out of the, it's the orange astronaut coming out of the Quickie Mart, and he's got all kinds of groceries and a Clemson football hat. As you know, I'm a Tigers fan, and like it or not, I love the Tigers. Go Tigers. Looks like he's got some steaks and croissants and carrots and an extra oxygen tank. The diner. Oh, hey, there's Marty McFly. He must be inside the diner. There's his his hoverboard. So that just goes really well together. Let's show you some more of what's going on in Figsdale. Trying to go through this real fast. We're going to build a bus stop right here and going to put my bus stop that I did right there. Continuing the 50s theme and the porcelain type of building theme, we have Smitty's Repair Shop. And for any of those who haven't seen my Smitty's mock, make sure you go to my YouTube page under contents and go to mocks and look this up. This was one that my older kids and I built 20 some years ago, and it's a great 50s building. It's a great inside and everything like that. A wonderful car shop, and that's also available. The instructions are available on rebrickable.com under Drmcbrick if you'd like to buy them. I think they're $7.99 or something, so you can actually buy those instructions and build this exact thing. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, and of course the iconic surf shack. that was from my old beach surf shop. And this is, again, another very simple mock of a surf shop. And we'll take the roof off and just show you inside. Now, this is also available up on rebrickable.com, and it's also, the video is on my channel under mocks, my mock playlist, and you can build this yourself. It's really simple. It goes real well with the old fishing shack, bait store, whatever the heck you call it. Got to get that on straight, but can't. I always have problems getting that on. Anyway, and of course, we have a porta potty right there as well to go for the beach. We'll have a changing station as well. So that's the beach. Over here is not finished, obviously, but what I am going to do is I'm going to build or put my friend's mock over here next to the building that has all the friends. The guy, what the heck? Oh my gosh! Hey, we got dueling Buzz Lightyears that look like they're going to fall with style here. That might be a problem. Anyway, yeah, so now I have both of these sitting out this way. They're not going to be this way. This is the upstairs, remember? And because we have the retro bowling alley, I've torn this bowling alley out. We're going to make something else up here, but we still have Central Perk and stuff like that. So I'll be making that. And of course, we have the wonderful skyscraper that has all of the sitcom apartment buildings in it. And that is made from a lot of Daily Bugle sets. Back over here is the Ghostbusters firehouse. We'll put that back there. Probably a hospital will go in here right next to the Legoland Discovery Center. Again, this is another one that having some roof issues with. I think it looks okay right there next to the Assembly Square. Adrian and I keep debating. Please let me know if you think it looks okay there. You know, I think I got to put it somewhere because I really like it. And if you've seen this mock in my on my mock playlist on my channel, you can see inside is an actual Legoland Discovery Center on the second level. And on the bottom is a Lego store with all of the things you would expect from a Lego store. Now, what? It looks like the road easy for me to say. It looks like the Road Runner has run out of road. Well, hopefully, you know, Adrian will get building some more roads there, and we'll see what happens there. So as we just kind of fly around Figsdale here, you get to see that it's really starting to come into its own in terms of a city. I really love this beach area, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take dark tan. I'm going to stack it up so it's this color here. I'm going to stack it up, and then I'm going to make a little entrance and put some scrub right in here. So there'll be like, you know, like a real beach, right? There's scrub and then some scrub around here. There's scrub coming down here in a path going through the scrub. There'll be kind of one of those foot shower type of things that you can take when you get off the beach once you get back on the sidewalk and stuff like that. And then we'll just continue to kind of slope it. And I'm gonna make it a lot more sloped and a lot more sand dunes and things like that than I had on my regular beach. And of course, all of this will be fitted together so it'll transition very nicely. And that's that for the beach. I still love this alley Adrian did. I think this one-way alley looks really good here, even with the turn lane and things that he did here. Now, of course, we need some more foliage and some more greenery and stuff like that. The extra hotel will go here. There'll be another mock that will be here that will be a 16 by 32. We'll have another mock there, or probably a modular. We thought about a park there too, right where those construction folks are with a fountain and things. If you see over here, we have Taco Tuesdays. We put Taco Tuesdays right down there. Beside it, and also between Taco Tuesdays and Smitty's, I'm not sure if I'll put the tiki bar or what will happen there, but that gives you an idea of what's going on. So Adrian did a nice job of making the construction equipment and everything like that. We decided to go with these types of street lights. And the reason being is because, I don't know if I can get that in there, but nope, can't. The reason being is because, you know, I thought about making kind of the, you know, the city-ish street lights where, you hang them up and stuff and all that sort of thing, the overhangs and things like that. But This is an old town, right? This is an old town. And in an old town, they had streetlights on the side of the road. As a matter of fact, even in this intersection is great, isn't it? Look at this intersection. I just love this, where the Parkway and the Boulevard and stuff come together and everything. But the pad's here so you can walk out. You can come out here and then you can stay here until the traffic leaves, and then you can go back, that sort of thing. But the streetlights in old towns weren't hanging above the streets a lot of times, because we actually even thought about putting one and hanging it in the center, or we thought about actually putting an island right here and then having a center light for all four parts of the intersection, just like they do in a lot of towns and a lot of especially old towns and things like that. But we didn't do it, and so we're just using the basic stoplights on the side of the street. So we will put all of those on, and we will look at all of those, and have a lot of street signs, a lot more street signs than we used to have in the old Figsdale. And of course, we'll have to put some signage up for one-way streets and stop signs and all that kind of stuff. There's a Mildred's Mock, the green one that everyone says looks like a Minecraft house. And then, of course, another apartment there that went with the bookstore. So that is Figsdale. We worked really hard this weekend, and we have worked diligently to get this started. And to be honest, the more you do, the more you get into it, and it's really fun. And so I got the bug again. It does take me a little bit longer, but as you see, hey, this is just, a week's worth of work. Last week I just had this right here, right? And a couple over here. But now, I mean, these roads, the thing about the tile roads, it takes some time. If you want to learn how to make them, I have a tutorial on my channel. You can scroll through the content on my channel and find that tutorial. If I can remember, I'll try to put it up in the comment, or I mean, put it up in the corner there in the cards, so you can look at it. But anyway, that is Figsdale. Please like this video. One of the things that I want to do is get to 7,000 subscribers before Christmas. Last Christmas, I was diagnosed with cancer, as you all know, and I, had to have brain surgery, and had to have surgery 3 times. Fortunately, they got rid of it, and but this Christmas, I'm hoping that we don't have bad news like that again, right? And so anyway, I'm hoping it'll be a better Christmas, a better holiday season, however you believe, a better December. And so one of the things that I would love to do is get to 7,000 subscribers. So tell your friends, subscribe if you haven't. I know that a large portion, the majority of people who watch my videos don't subscribe. Subscribe to this, hit the bell for this, because I am going to be repeating the city updates every few weeks now. I might not be able to get them every week like I have in the past 2 weeks, but I will be getting them every couple weeks, and the city's just going to grow and grow and grow. And remember, by the way, that I have, and get ready for a mess, I have an entire set over here as well. And I'm going to do a lot of medieval stuff with castles and all that kind of stuff, and with Johnny Thunder and everything like that. And then, of course, I have some Minecraft builds that I'm getting ready to do on both levels. So, yeah, there's a lot more to go, a lot more detail to put into the city. But let's get up to 7,000 subscribers. With that said, y'all have a wonderful day. And this is Drmcbrick signing out.